Hi guys, we're here with Laura Petracca, Hunter Valentine, and Make It or Break It, the Linda Perry project. We're just a few minutes late from some technical difficulties, but I'm sure everybody understands, so it's fine.
Oh, sorry, it's on my end this time.
Laura, where are you right now? Are you in New York?
I'm in my apartment.
Okay. So this week was obviously sort of insane, and this episode, I should say.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm sure you have so many things you want to talk about. So I guess let's just start with how you feel about how it was shown on television. Do you feel like it was like that when you were actually experiencing it?
Um, of course, they had to cut a lot out because obviously they're not going to show everything that happens. But we were a little bit initially in shock that it was happening because I mean, of course, there was a lead up to it happening, and then when she finally made the decision that she wanted to go, basically, ideally for her, is she wanted to just go and you know do her own thing for
Yeah.
herself and in a lot of different, more than just music. So um, I actually initially was very supportive. Kiyomi was hurt, and like she has said herself, is the sensitive one.
Hmm.
And so for her, it was like a breakup. Like she felt like she just lost her best friend. She felt like she lost a partner in life and crime and music, And so she was more emotional, and I guess it came across as anger. And I mean, of course, that's a part of being emotional. Um, and the way it works, you can't fit the whole 18 days that we were there in 8 episodes, and so they just sort of skipped through and put, I guess, the juicy parts. But I was like immediately and initially, right when it happened, I was like really supportive, and Kiyomi definitely, once I guess she wasn't so hurt by it, could see that it was also good for her. So you know.
So with the whole visa thing, though, I mean, they kind of made it look a little like you were trying to, well, I guess
You
Keo
know,
know how it happened, but do you want to
what
explain that at all?
Well, that's the thing. It's like Lisa, or manager, said it. We weren't really thinking about that.
Yeah.
I'd said to Kiyomi, don't even, like, it's so fresh. Everything's just so fresh right now. Like, I was like, just don't bring it up yet. And she just couldn't wait because she was hurt. And so she wanted to inform her about it to sort of give her a jump start. It was sort of bad timing, and I think, you know, I personally don't think I would have said anything, but until like maybe a little later. But to each their own. And I guess she just wanted to let her know that there's more than just being in the band, had a lot more involved with it. But
Yeah.
she figured it out. Amy
Yeah.
got Amy got a visa. That's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I figured it looked like you see her in the preview for next week, and nobody had come by the end to like usher her out and say, go back to Canada or anything. So it seems like,
No, no, no. And like, she ended up like, as you all have seen, like this was filmed last year. Amy has been still playing with us because she does love us, and like, I mean, she did mention she wasn't really into the music, but I don't think that was because she just didn't. She wants to do her own music now. So, but we're still friends. I actually have dinner plans with her tonight. So.
okay, yes. I think that was one of the questions somebody wanted to know. Have you seen or talked to Amy since, the show? And so you
Well,
have. Keep in touch with her?
oh yeah, and since the show's been airing, I'll text her and be like, "Oh my God, I didn't know you felt that way, Amy." Like, and like we've been having like these kind of text offs, but nothing mean, nothing. It's all been like very, very positive, and sort of like she wants to meet me for dinner, and I want to meet her for dinner, just to kind of like, I guess, not like smooth anything out, but just to sort of like get on the same page again, because we have been really good friends ever since this whole thing and way before. So I want to maintain a friendship with her, and so does she, and so does Kiyomi. Kiyomi and her are doing very well, and like obviously there are these things that have been happening, but we're totally friends. So
Hmm. Well, I mean, it's got to be hard because you guys have been working, you and Kiyomi have been together so long working on music, and someone new comes in and they can't, it's hard probably to match like what you guys have together and what you've built as Hunter Valentine, but at the same time, you want them to be a part of it and you're trying to get them to be completely on board, but you can't like make them, like it's probably a hard thing for you to have to do.
It's hard because we used to be a three-piece with Adrian, and we had all like kind of made the band together, and all for one and all one for all, and it was like just there was no worry or doubt on anybody's part. And then when that kind of came to a head, and we've had like new members come in, I guess a part of our thing is that we want to make people feel a part of the band, but there's just so much that has been built for the so many years leading up to their entrance that it's just for us we're like, well, why don't like just playing and enjoy the music, and then the next time something comes around, then let's work on it. So for example, like the Linda Perry projects, like Amy, we really want you to be a part of this band, and she was really interested in it too, and we said, well, let's go do this adventure together. And like it just like, oh well, I'm the kind of person that doesn't hold grudges, and I'm the kind of person that I don't hold on to guilt, and I don't hold on to anything. It's a waste of energy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I've completely accepted her choice in life, because what am I going to do, be upset for the rest of my life that she doesn't want to play in my band? No,
Right.
find a new member like Lisa Bianco, which we should introduce you to.
Nice. Yes, awesome. Okay, well, we'll take some questions, and then I'm sure some of them are about the episode, but some are not. I guess. So, Faith wants to know, what are you scared of besides Linda Perry? Are you scared of Linda Perry?
I was a little bit intimidated by her, absolutely, in the beginning, and then but as you get to know her, she's more broken and more human than I've thought. Like she had a really tough, not like childhood, but she had a tough. She explains it if you watch some of the clips that they put on the VH1 website. Mm-hmm. They have this whole thing where she talks about how she battled suicide like her whole younger part of her life. And so, I mean, I've never had to deal with that, and I'm sure that is something that is impossible to try to get through. So, I mean, I see her more as just anybody else, even though she's, done a lot of really brilliant things, but
Yeah.
Still have so many people, and she's just another one of us.
So what are you scared of besides Linda Perry?
It's so weird. I'm actually really kind of, I'm kind of scared of spiders.
I don't like spiders either. I'm like, why would you like them? But
yeah, you will see the girl scream come out of me if a spider is around.
Does it matter what size it is? Like if it's really small, are you still scared of it?
Oh no, I think it's the whole idea is if the spider could potentially bite me and poison me and kill me.
Mm-hmm. Or like jumping on you. Like I just don't like the idea of it like jumping on me like really fast. Oh god.
Cool, yeah.
Anyway, yeah. I'm like, let's talk about it. Okay. So, Laura said it's tough to see some negative tweets about you guys, which obviously come from people who don't know you. How do you deal with it?
Me personally, honestly, I think it's really funny. I don't, like I said, they don't really bother me. I mean, unless they just sort of, they got really personal and said something about something that happened to me some point in my life that really pissed me off. But honestly, like, I read them and I feel more bad for Kiyomi. Kiyomi's she gets more of the bashing, and it's not really fair because she showed more of her true emotions than I did. I guess I'm a little bit more reserved in terms of that side of me. Mm-hmm. So I'm saved a little, but it's when people just bash us. I guess you expect it because, like I said, they can't air every single thing that happened. They can't air the part where me and Amy had like a complete powwow about what she's going to do about her future. They're not going to show that. Or, Kiyomi eventually being like, buddy, I love you. Like, it's cool. Like, of course, they're just going to show us being pissed off. And I don't blame people for being mad at us because they don't know the whole story.
Right.
But, I mean, I think it's funny. I mean, bring it on. I don't care. I most of the time don't even read it because I don't really have time to read bullshit.
Right. And they don't know you, so that's the thing. It's like somebody that you have no idea who they are commenting on your life. You're like, what? What's going on?
And Kiyomi has met people that have been sort of bashing her, and then has met them in person, and they do sort of continue. And then she's I don't know how she does it, but she's just like, okay, well, I mean, that's your opinion. You
Yeah.
know, thank you though. I'm gonna
Okay.
go now.
Yeah. Thanks for letting me know to my face. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh God. Okay. Let's see. Everyone always wants to know where you're coming on tour. Are you going to Maine? Are you going to Boston? Everybody wants to know. But I'm sure you guys are still working on those tour dates, yeah?
Yeah, we have a tour coming up, and it starts around, we're doing Face Fest. That's I think 27th of September,
Okay.
the Saturday. So we're going to start the tour just before that, and obviously start in the East Coast. So yeah, we will most definitely be hitting major cities, and then a couple little guys as well.
Nice. Okay. Let's see. Faith wants to know, would you guys ever go on, would Hunter Valentine ever do another reality show now that you've been on two?
Probably not. Not unless it was about me.
Yes, the one that we want to do, Laura dating show. I
Yeah.
definitely do that
Oh
one.
yeah, that one, the dating show.
So if they did, any other music themed one, you probably still would be like, I've done this. I've got what I could.
I mean, reality television is reality television, and we've done it twice, and we see
Yeah.
what happens both times. Like I said, I think I would do like, I wouldn't do a reality television show, but I think I would do like a film, like a short, like,
Docu-series.
yeah, docu-series on the road. Hey, maybe we'll do this next tour to show
And you
you,
have to be
like,
like a producer so that you could like have control over it too.
yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, I get it. You guys should do that.
Show our real personalities, our
You
other
should.
sides. 'Cause show the sides that they don't, that get edited out. You know, like, I'm pretty funny, by the way.
I'm sure
So
they are. Let's see. Okay, Faith also wants to know, do any of the band members have nicknames?
tons. Amy was, hers is Sprinkles, as we know.
Yes.
Um, Kiyomi's is hard because, like, we just call her Homo. She does have a nickname that her dad gave her from a long time ago. I don't know if she'll kill me, but it's Yomers.
Yomers, that's cute.
Yeah, that's her, like, kid nickname when she was named, probably 3 years old or something. But her dad still calls her that.
Nice.
Mine, I have tons, but more like long play. That's what Kiyomi calls me. LP, of course.
Love it.
And
always
Leanne,
wanted
we
to call
just
Naomi
don't.
Kiki for some reason. I'm sure she'd hate that.
Oh, she hates it.
I
That
know,
is
so
one.
I refrain. I refrain from it.
She hates that one.
Okay, won't do it. So
It's
what
because
about
we have a childhood friend that's named Kiki. We called her Kiki. So
Oh,
I think that's why, maybe.
I understand. So what about the new members? You give them any nicknames yet?
Shlee is Leanne. And then we went on, because when we went on a tour last year and we were in Europe, one of the nights she was sleepwalking, and I didn't know it. And I was walking with, I said, oh, I got to go use the internet for a little bit, and then, let's go to bed. And she took a nap on the couch and woke up, I thought, and we walked across the street to our hotel, and she fell because she didn't see the curb, obviously, because she was sleeping,
Oh my God.
and went down and split her knee open. So
No.
we had to go to the hospital and get her stitched up. So we called her Schnee after that.
Did she wake up when she like fell?
When she fell, but she went down, and that's when I was like, what is wrong? Like, bam, right down. And
Oh
then she
my
woke up.
God, that is nuts. Well, keep her from hurting herself any further, please.
Yeah, Kiyomi calls Lisa our new member, which I'm going to post a video later today so that you can see a little intro to her and what she's been doing. She's like a solo artist. Oh, no, just kidding. She's a solo artist but she plays for a lot of different bands and as a lead guitar player. So she sent me a video I want to post of her, and you get to know her. But Kiyomi calls her Champ.
Nice.
I call her Princess, and you'll find out why.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this, because I mean there are plenty of two-piece bands out there. Why do you and Kiyomi never think we should do this White Stripes situation or the Kills, and we can be just us and hire some session musicians when we need them, you know?
Do you know it's funny because I guess, around the Adrian time, not that I want to bring up the past or anything, but I had sort of made a comment to Kiyomi being, we should just be a two-piece.
Mm-hmm.
This was before getting Vero, before, Summer, before all of those people. And she was like, no, we're not two-piece. She's like, we need the bass, we need the this and that. And I said, okay. So
Mm-hmm.
let's not. Because I was really into it, being a two-piece, but
All right, all right. So we'll never see you guys doing some Black Keys style situations, but that does make me want to ask you too about Omar this week because I'm as somebody who is a drummer. What would that feel like to you if Linda was like, you know what, the drummer's not cutting it, go fire Laura? Like, can you explain like how that seems to you as somebody that is a drummer and maybe could empathize a little bit with what was happening?
well, if somebody was to say that, I mean, I like it's the probably one of the worst feelings you could feel because it's like you're putting your life and passion into something that you think you're doing well, and for somebody to say you suck, you shouldn't do this, it's a real eye opener. But I think for Nick, he knew he couldn't really do this new style, and realistically, like I don't really think he wanted to be on the show anyway. So I think this was sort of like a really easy way out. And also, he wanted to do it for her, and she was the one that wanted to be, exploring. She opened a brand new door, and I think that like they have an amazing relationship, and they're still playing as Omar.
Hmm.
It's just that she has also the opportunity to do a side project. So.
Nice. So, do you think that she just kind of wanted him around in the house and not necessarily like as part of like music collaborator, or what was the sense with that?
I think for her new style that she's doing, that she wanted him, but she knew that it wasn't going to work. And he knew, he said it himself. He's like, I just don't think I can do this. He also knew he couldn't do it. So,
I mean, how hard is it as a drummer to be versatile in that kind of way, like to be able to play all kinds of styles?
you should, well, that's the thing. Like, for me, I don't think I could play in a jazz band, but I think I could play in a blues band.
Mhm.
And it all depends on what you like to do. I've tried playing, believe it or not, like before the whole Hunter Valentine thing. I was in a heavy hard rock band, and then after that, I tried going to folk.
Mm.
This singer songwriter needed a drummer, and it was really folky, and I just didn't like it. I did it for maybe 2 months, and I was like, I can't do this. This is not me.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's not a good drummer, like a really really good drummer, can play anything and have fun doing it. I guess I play more with just like I guess I'm more limited in styles because I want to play that style.
Totally.
I don't like that. I don't like playing folk, but I will. But I don't like to.
Right. I totally understand that. Like as a writer, it's like you can make a lot of money writing for some business to business magazines about selling refrigerators. Do I want to do
Yeah.
that? No, I will be bored out of my mind.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, let's see here. If you were stranded on an island, Laura, Queen
Mhm.
Victory wants to know, what three things would you bring?
If I was stranded on an island, what three things would I bring? A knife, because then
Mhm.
I could do whatever.
Yeah.
Oh God. I would definitely want to listen to music. So, and I can't say iPod or I mean iPhone because then they could just call anyone. I would want some sort of system to play music,
Okay.
I guess.
That wouldn't die.
Yeah, like something awesome, and an ATV.
That's a good plan. I think that's a really good one. I've never thought about that, a vehicle to get you around.
That'd be
Do
fun.
you play the guitar or anything besides the drums?
Yeah, actually, I started playing drums as a kid, but then I kind of gave it up, and I really got into guitar obsessively. I was that kid that used to bring my guitar to school and like
Oh.
on my breaks play. I had a 15-minute break, and I just really wanted to learn guitar, and I got obsessed with it till I was about 19, and then did piano, and then went back to the drums when I did drums like in a band when I was in my teen years, but I was more obsessed with the guitar.
Yeah. Nice. So you could
So
always bring your guitar with you and make your own music while you're stranded on the island as well.
yeah, oh yeah, I guess that would have been a smart answer too. I guess I was thinking about survival as
Yes.
opposed
Yes.
to
Well,
right.
I'm just saying.
I need an ATV and I need a knife so I can go
Exactly.
kill
Well,
my
those are
animals.
very smart. You could bring a little recorder, and play the recorder. I think that'd be great. No, I
Oh
hate.
no.
Oh no.
Guitar is
Oh,
better.
I know, I agree. I just can't play it. Will you be touring? So I'll just ask specifically because people want to know about their areas. Boston, where in Florida, and where in Maine?
In Florida, we are looking at Miami. We're gonna do Key West. We're gonna be there. The September the 4th, I think, is the day we play
Mm-hmm.
Key West. Um, on the tour, we're looking at like Orlando, Tampa, Miami, like those states.
Mm-hmm. The bigger ones.
Maine, I don't think so. I'm sorry.
Okay. What about Boston?
Possibly. It all depends on availabilities.
Okay.
But
All right.
I want to play Boston. It'd probably be near the end of the tour, so probably like October-ish.
Okay. Well, that's hopeful. Let's see here. I just saw one that someone asked that I hadn't asked you. Oh, Alicia wants to know what's the first thing you notice about someone?
Usually their eyes.
Hmm.
If we're talking about what I think we're talking about, yeah, eyes. I love eyes, and honestly, my favorite eye color is blue.
Hmm.
Usually, if a girl has blue eyes, if a girl has blue eyes, I'm usually that's a high selling point for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, let me ask an unrelated question. Are you a boobs or an ass girl?
I love ass.
I love
Magnet
ass.
for
That's a
having
headline
it.
right there. I love that. Okay, so also about the episode, I wanted to find out how did you feel when Linda was saying to like when you guys had to play the song together with Amy and Amy singing, and then Linda's like, "This is what you guys need to be doing." Like, how did that make you feel?
Oh, that was a very emotional moment. And they made it look like we didn't want to do it, which is weird because I wanted to hear what she had. And I was actually holding back tears, which I probably shouldn't have done, but like that whole song was really emotional, and it came from a very, very sensitive point and spot in Amy. And I mean, I like slow songs. I like emotional, slow songs. I thought it was beautiful. Going in that exact direction. I
Hmm.
don't think that's what we want to do, but I mean, I don't want to do that. But one or two of those songs on an album is always good.
Hmm. I mean, how much of Linda's advice do you think that you guys take and put into your music directly? Like, would you say like 100% is something that you're like, we need to do this because Linda Perry told us, or you take some and think, okay, I understand what she's saying, but we still don't feel like that's us.
Um, she tries to give the advice that she feels makes you better.
Hmm.
Um, but ultimately, you're the judge of that. Like, do I feel better playing this? Or like when I've written songs for Hunter Valentine, they don't really sound the way the outcome is. Like I've written some, like that song "Shit Happens." When I wrote it with auto. It sounds so folky. You have no idea. And I'm like, but I don't want it to sound like this. So I brought Naomi, and I was like, I don't want it to sound like this. I want it to sound like rocky, hard rock, and like. So that's what when you like bring a song to a band and you're like, let's transform this to what I actually want it to sound like. It's just that was the emotion I was feeling when I wrote it, but that's not how I wanted it to be
Yeah.
completed. So she's right in that respect where it's like, yeah, sure, we do write a little bit folky initially, but that's not because that's what we want it to sound like. It's just what we're writing. But I hear a
Just like,
song a different way. There's songs that are written like when people cover songs and for example the next episode it's like that they aired the they're airing that we cover everyone covers that song, right?
yeah. Yes.
So it's like, for example, that's a song that she wrote on a guitar that's really, you know, low key in the way it is, and then Christina Aguilera did it, and then they made it this ballad, beautiful ballad, and now you'll
Yeah.
see the way that we all do it, and it's all very, very, very different. So it's like
Hmm.
a song can be written like seven to hundreds of different ways.
Yeah. That's exciting though because it's such a popular song. It's like a song that's so well known, and so to hear everybody's different style, I think it'll be really cool. I'm sure it was really cool. to get to see and to do to make your own too. So
Oh yeah, you guys let us know what you think about our version.
that'll be rad. I can't wait. Let's see if there's anything else. Ask Laura. Everyone's always like, who's she dating? Um,
So,
and then people, you're Australian fans. You guys have a lot of Australian fans.
I
They just
know we gotta
they
go.
want to know when you're coming back, but you guys don't know when you're going to Australia, do you?
You know, I've mentioned this before. And I'm sure in an interview somewhere that before I even decided to be in Hunter Valentine, I was about to go and move to Australia and live there because that was my dream. I wanted to live in Australia. I wanted to be in Australia. And Kiyomi caught me, like we met, and then 6 months later met again. And when she had met me the second time, I was saving up to go to Australia, and she was like, "Well, why don't you just play in my band and like let's put a band together and then play in the band and then like see how it goes." And then I never left.
Yep.
So she
Perfect.
promised me because I never went to Australia. I've been before on a vacation, but because I never got to go back and work there and follow that other goal I had, the goal for the band is we have to tour Australia. So I'm fucking waiting.
It's happening.
Australia, I am just as anxious as you.
It will happen, Australia. Don't worry.
It will happen. I'll buy the ticket myself and
Right?
I'll go.
Amazing. So, is there anything else that you would want people to know about you guys based on if they saw the episode and you just wanted to clear anything up?
I guess basically just please understand that when something really like emotional happens, it's hard to not react. And if you don't have a reaction and you're just like, oh, I'm fine, then I feel like that's worse because you're not allowing yourself to feel. And the whole point of this show is to feel. So please understand that we were hurt, but we're fine now. And we're
Good.
still friends with Amy.
Good. And it seemed like everybody in the house too was having a reaction, like, "Oh my God, how could they do that to you, Amy? How terrible!" But they, I'm sure, came to understand also where you guys were coming from. I mean, was that interesting to watch everybody else in the house be talking about the situation?
Well, it doesn't surprise me that Gabe was like, fuck him. Because he just seemed to, it's surprising. He just seemed to, like, not care about any, like, he was, whoever side he was talking to, he was on their side. Or
Yeah.
not. Or, like, so that, I was kind of like, of course Gabe said that.
Mm-hmm.
But, no, I mean, like, everyone's entitled to feel a certain way. And then, like you said, they did see everybody's side, and that's the thing. Everyone was sort of, oh, I understand your side. Oh, I understand your side. It's like they're very, very, very diplomatic place.
Yeah. Well, without having seen next week's episode, do you think it'll be like a little bit more drama, less drama from what you recall?
I think it's gonna get better, guys.
So less drama.
I hope so.
Okay. Unless they edit you were like you happen to look pissed in one moment or something, even though you're thinking about something completely different. They put your face in there when Amy's talking, where they just show you.
Yeah, no, I feel like they've been pretty honest with the editing.
Good.
Like they haven't. I don't feel like they edited things like in a certain way. I feel like they've been pretty honest about it. Thank God.
Good.
But yeah, I don't know. Hopefully there isn't any of that.
Yeah. You just have to control your resting bitch face at all times so they can't.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like it'd be like me in one outfit being like, ugh, and then pan to Amy, and then pan back to me, and I'm in my bathing suit.
Totally different hair.
Yeah. Have a hat on.
Awesome. Well, tell Kiyomi, stay strong in the face of haters, because we know that she's a good person. So.
Yeah. No, she's a great person.
All
Absolutely.
right. So we'll definitely have to chat next week then. But thank you for chatting with us today.
Thank you so much. Sorry I was MIA for the first 10 minutes.
It's okay. The people will still come and they'll still watch and ask you questions. So.
All right. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.